Somewhat like the Board of Pensions, good news seems to travel. My name is Mary Popish, and I am a lay member at the Elk Grove Methodist Church, but today I'm here representing the Conference Claimant Endowment Board as president of the Board of Trustees. My guess is, and I'm really thinking of the budgeting discussion yesterday about this time, that a lot of you are starting to get a little sore. So I'm just going to ask you to please stand, for those who are able to just stand for a moment. Great. Now, if you or your spouse are currently employed outside of the church, you are not a church person, a member, or not a member, worker, please sit down. If you or your spouse are currently retired from outside of the church, please sit down. Okay, those of you still standing, thank you. Thank you for your current and past service to our churches. We couldn't do what we do without your commitment, without your help, and without your spiritual support. Now, if you are currently active as a clergy, in other words, you're not retired yet, please sit down. I know many of our retired clergy were unable to attend this meeting today, this weekend, and we're so sorry to miss them. The Endowment Board is here for you, our retired clergy. Thank you so much for all your past work. Go ahead and sit down. I was surprised, yes, let's give them a hand. I was surprised to find out that prior to 1891, the only way our retired clergy received any funds at all was from the annual conference collection that was taken up. And whatever was collected was then handed out proportionately to those who had retired. Not a real secure way of figuring out how you're going to be able to survive a year from year. Back in 1891, I'll get there yet, a group of lay people, not clergy, but lay people came together and said, this is not a sustainable way of protecting and helping our retired clergy. And so the Conference Claimant Endowment Board was created. It's now 130 years old. Our very first major gift given to us was a quarter section of land in Mendocino County. That was 160 acres of timber and land. We'd love to know where it is these days. We have no idea. We've tried to look, but we haven't seen it. But the amazing thing is the couple that gave that to the Endowment Board, last name was Shepherd. It was Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Shepherd. And I thought, what an appropriate name. All I could do is picture the Good Shepherd. And so in honor of this very first gift and the fact that the image of a Good Shepherd is so appropriate, the Endowment Board has started the Shepherd Fund. We heard earlier about the Necessitas Grant, which are available for active clergy. The Shepherd Fund is available for retired clergy. You have blessed us so much, and we all know that finances can be really hard at times. And so this fund is available for any of you who are retired clergy and surviving spouses that may have a financial emergency in your life. Please utilize it. The Board of Pensions, thank you, Paul, has agreed to continue to monitor that, to help with it. That is where any request would go. You all know that you can count on their confidentiality. They're wonderful. And so please know that that is there. It's there to help you, whether it's for a life-changing issue in your life, a medical issue, an emergency, a trip, to see a loved one. Know that this is there to help you as our way of saying thank you for all your service to us. The other fund that the Endowment or the Board of Pensions handles is a healthcare subsidy fund. We all know Medicare only covers so much. Medicare Advantage premiums get up there, especially if you're outside of certain areas. And those funds are available to help, again, our retired clergy and their surviving spouses in times of need, and they will continue to help you with that. It is amazing to me that in this really challenging time, I don't know about you, but financially it's been pretty scary as I've watched people be out of work, things not happening. I don't know how our endowment board staff has done such an amazing job, but they have worked hard with our tenants. We try to be what we call a benevolent landlord. They've stepped up when there has been needs. In Chico, we have an apartment complex there, and when the Camp Fire hit, they turned over several apartment units and openings to families from Paradise as quickly as possible. And to think that the Endowment Board was able to do that on behalf of this conference and to be there for our people was huge to me. But in order to continue and making sure, we of course have to spend a lot of money maintaining our properties. And I've been thrilled to see the improvements that have been made and the things that they have done. But somehow, even with doing all of that, we have been able to increase our gift. This gift is given to the Board of Pensions to be used as a health reimbursement program for our retired clergy and also for past service costs as needed. It took us 98 years to get to the first $1,000 mark, and it's only taken us 32 more years to double it. So it is my great pleasure to be able to give to the Board of Pensions our gift this year of $2 million. In addition, we have the privilege of supporting our Retired Clergy Association. They are so amazing. They help each other out. They keep in touch with each other, and they're there in so many ways as needed. And so we are duly honored to be able to give a gift to the Retired Clergy Association of $106,000. I am so blessed to be able to represent this great organization that keeps an eye out for those that have served our churches in so many ways. I want to thank all of you who have so generously supported the Endowment Board and helped us to develop the Shepherd and Healthcare Subsidy Funds. Thank you.